Gregory Keene continues the story from a police car on the way to Phillip Street. It's only 2 weeks since I escaped from Stella Wilson and her man Fegan up there in the factory loft, but it seems like 6 months. And in a few minutes, we'll be meeting again. I was up in the penthouse biting my nails not long ago, twisting and turning for a new line to take against Felix Huberman and his gangsters. And when Henry Murray came to light with his news that Stella and Fegan had been arrested getting off a train at Central Station, I thought I saw my new line, and I still do. This could be the final chapter. But I won't know till we get through this traffic and I come face to face with Stella in the cells. In the meantime, I can't help thinking what changes we'd have seen in the course of events if Barnes had left evidence against the NightShade ring behind him. But when you're up against people like Huberman and Carlotta, you have to do better than cry for the moon. And it's far too late now for Nick Barnes to tell any tales. It's the one thing dead men have in common, as far as we know.
Horner, Horning, Hoyle, Hubbard, Huber. Here we are, Huberman. F.I. Huberman, 31 Gardner Avenue, Bellevue Hill.
Is that the right Huberman, Bernie?
It's the only F. Huberman in the book. Helen, I wish you wouldn't go on with this.
I'm going on with it, and so are you.
Why in the name of fortune couldn't that fellow Barnes have gone somewhere else? Why did he have to look up his list of solicitors and pick me and leave this infernal letter?
Oh, stop babbling, Bernie. Anyone would think you didn't want 100,000 quid. Got the number?
Yeah.
All right. Now, don't tell him who you are or what you are. Where's a good, safe place to meet him?
Under circumstances like these, there's no such thing.
What about the public library?
Well, I suppose it's as good as anywhere else.
What's the time? 7:10. Arrange to meet him at 9. That'll give me time to type him a copy of Barnes' letter. There's no need for him to know we're supposed to go to Major G.G.A. Keene, so we'll leave out the personal note and address it to the Commissioner of Police. The original we're going to hide well. But you'll have to show him something tonight to give him the right idea.
How do we know he'll go to the public library?
After what you're going to tell Felix Huberman in a minute, he'd go to Timbuktu. Now pick up that phone and start dialing.
Don't come out, Mrs. Rose. I'll take it. Hello?
Is that Felix Huberman?
Yes, speaking.
I have a very important communication for you. Are you alone?
Go ahead. What is it?
It's a friend of Nicholas Barnes, who was not on the plane from Hong Kong this morning. Hello, are you still there?
Yes, I'm here. Do you mind giving me your name?
Napoleon Bonaparte.
I see. Well, I, too, was a friend of Barnes. What's your communication?
I want you to meet me at 9 o'clock tonight at the far end of the main reading room of the public library.
I'm sorry, but I have my own library.
You'd better do as I say.
I'm afraid I don't keep this sort of appointment unless there's a very good reason.
I can give you a reason.
Then give it before I hang up.
Nicholas Barnes wrote me a letter from Hong Kong.
About what?
About you and Carlotta Magnani and the NightShade ring and some murders.
And what else?
£1 million. Well?
How will I know you?
You won't. How will I know you?
I'll be wearing a dark grey chalk stripe, red foulard tie, brown suede shoes.
9 o'clock tonight, then. Don't keep me waiting and come alone.
So Barnes wasn't such a fool after all. It's Felix Huberman here. Get me Tony Rico. Yes, I'll know who that fellow is before the night's out. And I'll know... Hello, Rico?
Yeah, it's me.
Listen. Get hold of Vaffle.
I want the pair of you at the public library not later than 9:15 tonight. Sit yourselves down at separate tables near the far end of the main reading room and watch for me. Be there a few minutes before 9 o'clock. Have you got that?
Yes.
I'm meeting someone there. Get a good look at him. When I stand up, leave the library, get out your own car. I'll see that you have time. Follow him. Find out who he is and where he lives. Then phone me at Carlotta's. That's all. Well, whoever I'm meeting tonight, Barnes didn't write to him from Hong Kong, so what is it, a bluff? And if he actually has a statement, how did he get hold of it? This is something for Carlotta.
How did he sound, Bernie?
Oh, about how you'd expect. Listen, Helen, this is all your idea. Why don't you go to the library and meet him there?
I stay in the background where I can run the show. If he never gets to know me, he can never find out where you keep the original Barnes letter in his own handwriting. You're a craven worm, Bernie. I don't know why I put up with you.
He could have men waiting to chop me down as I leave the library.
Why don't you use your head? While the letter's around, he can't afford to touch you. Surely you can work that one out for yourself.
Well, let's ask for 5,000. They won't mind paying that. 100,000's too much. They'll fight us.
They can't fight us. And 100,000's chicken feed. If we play our cards right, we can cut ourselves in for a half share. While the NightShade ring does all the work and takes all the risks, we can sit back and take half the profits. And there won't be a thing Huberman can do about it.
All right, Helen. So I front this Huberman at 9 o'clock tonight.
See that you make it good. Now, for the love of Pete, pull yourself together. Get out the office bottle and pour yourself a drink.
Yeah, I'll do that, too.
If ever I saw a man with a streak down his back, it's you, Bernie. Do you want to know the only thing I'm worrying about now?
What next?
It's about Major G.G.A. Keene, the man who was supposed to get the letter. Who is he and what is he? And, Bernie, I can't help asking myself, I wonder if we'll ever meet him.
Hello, Stella. Remember me?
What's the matter? Don't they even let you sleep in here?
I said, remember me.
Yeah, I remember you. You're the bloke who was calling himself Sammy Rice.
The bloke you're going to get years and years for. You and your chum, Artie Fegan. Inspector Murray tells me you've been hiding out at Broken Hill.
So what? I told Artie we were dills to come back to town and look.
I am looking. And I'm wondering what you're going to be like after about 10 years in stir.
10 years? Oh, yeah. All we did was beat you up a bit.
Yes, but Stella, haven't you heard how these things can be arranged?
We'll get a good mouthpiece.
With what? Sammy Rice got away with 5,000 quid, didn't he? But you and Artie are broke. Oh, they'll give you some new kid from the university for your mouthpiece. You won't have a chance. I'll be up there on the stand. And baby, will I pitch it strong. You needn't try to push the works onto Artie Fegan. You're the one for me, and I'm going to see you get it.
That'd be framing a girl. We roughed you around a bit, sure, but you'd be framing us.
Of course I would. And don't you think I can do it? Don't you think Inspector Murray is a friend of mine? How do you think I come to be down here in the cells alone with you if he didn't arrange it? You know, it's really too bad.
I told Artie we didn't ought to have come back here. I told him.
And all you wanted to do was find Sammy Rice, eh? Why, Stella?
If I was out, I'd go on hunting for him. I'd hunt for Sammy till my dying day.
By the time you get out, baby, nobody will even remember Sammy Rice.
Get out of here! I wish we'd knocked you off when we had the chance. Get out of here!
Sure. I'll be seeing you again.
One minute to 9 and 7 people sitting around the 3 far tables. The main reading room. Now, which is he? If he's here. Not the elderly gentleman with the goatee, no. Not the 2 obvious students. Not the girl with thick lenses and straight hair. Possibly the Weasley chap with the receding chin. Yes, he's my bet. Am I right? Yes, I think I am.
Huberman?
Uh-huh.
Well, you might as well both sit down.
Yes, why not?
Are you alone?
You're not blind, are you? This table should do. Let's have it. What's your game?
I'd have thought you'd get the idea on the telephone.
I did, but it's your move. Did you bring Nick Barnes' letter?
I wrote a copy.
Give it to me.
Do you want to read it now?
I'm taking its contents for granted for the moment. What I want to hear is your proposition. You want to sell the original, do you?
Never. That's my insurance. It tells me so much about you.
Then what have you to sell?
Silence.
Oh, and yours is going to be golden.
Very. 100,000 to start with and a monthly cut to follow.
Who's in it with you?
No one.
Who are you, and how did you get the letter?
That is part of the silence. Is it a deal?
Give me 24 hours. If you're in this alone, I'm not.
I'll give you 24 hours to talk it over with Carlotta Magnani, but I won't haggle. 100,000 paid in singles and fives. What are you standing up for?
I'm going. But let me tell you this. We're tough people. If we make a deal, you'll have to stick to it, too. One step out of line and we'll kill you and run for it. With that letter in your possession, there'll be nothing else for us to do. Have you got that? We kill you and run for it.
Yeah, I've got it.
I'll meet you here tomorrow night, same place, same time. Now get out of here. I'll follow you in 5 minutes.
9 o'clock tomorrow night, then. You'd better be here, Huberman. So long.
I'll be here, chum. Go for your life. What you don't know is Tony Ricker's waiting for you outside.
So we've prepared the ground with Stella Wilson. We're giving her a couple of days to dwell on the prospect of 15 years in jail, and we're in luck. Whatever she did while she was out of town, she didn't read the newspapers. She thinks her Sammy Rice is still alive. We're setting our final trap for Huberman and Carlotta Magnani. And we're baiting it with one tough little blonde.
Do Mendel and his secretary succeed in blackmailing the NightShade ring? Listen for the next chapter in the story of intrigue. Deadly NightShade.